So these people are in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. What did the Midwest Realty Management company say to Charlie and Dawn Price?
Well, Charlie and Dawn Price put an American flag in their window pane. Okay, so it was easy to view from the outside, and Dawn Price said she put it up so her husband can look at the flag every day and feel proud of his country and feel proud for the way for the service he's done for the country.
What is Charlie done for the country, by the way?
He's a veteran. Yeah, he's a veteran. I'm not sure which war he was in, but he is a veteran.
Okay.
And she said that she was approached by Midwest Realty Management, and they told her that she needs to take the flag down because they do not authorize anything in the window pane other than drapes and blinds.
Are they renting? They own it, or
they're renting it?
Renting it, yeah.
If you own it, you can put the flag out under the Freedom to Display the American Flag Act of 2005, one of the few laws named correctly. Yeah.
Right. It was attached to like a highway bill, probably.
Right, yeah. But that won't let you ban you can ban anything else. You can ban basketball hoops, satellite dishes.
But not the American flag.
But you can't do the American flag, but it doesn't extend to renters.
Yes.
So if the people who they're renting it from, I guess, said, I mean, it's nonetheless from Midwest.
But they might be they own this complex.
That's true, yeah.
You know, it's funny because she had to compromise with the owners. She had to tell them, okay, I'm not going to take the flag down, but what can I do? She had to put a sheet that would cover the flag so people couldn't see it from the outside, but you could see the flag from the inside. I mean, how does that solve anything?
Midwest Realty Management President Rodney Oshleger is a dolt.
Well, yeah, okay. But if you let one person hang something, then you have to let all the other people hang something.
No, you just let them hang the flag.
Or you have a rule. I'm going to differ with you guys. I think this is a non-story.
You're crazy. First of all,
I'm not crazy. First of all,
I think you're crazy on this point. No, I get to say what I want. You can disagree. The freedom then Congress is crazy, which it is. But I mean, the Freedom to Display the American Flag Act of 2005. Congress has said that's the one thing you can't prevent. Why would a realty company go through this? It obviously made. I mean,
we don't know the context of it. What if somebody hung up a banner that said, God hates fags?
Got to come down.
Yeah, that's got to come down.
No, I'm just saying that if you have a policy that nothing gets hung up, it's not that big a deal to stick with the policy that nothing gets hung up.
Yeah, except then
maybe it's time for a rider to the Freedom to Display the American Flag Act.
You and I
that says
had a conversation at a restaurant, and you were taking now that side. You are not allowing. You are a rule follower to the strictest sense on this now.
What? Tell me what conversation we had.
We had a conversation. There's a waitress at a restaurant, and you hate it when they're like sticklers. They won't.
I hate that. Yeah.
Well, you're saying that if you put the God hates how different is a God hates fags banner from the frickin' American flag? I mean,
Well, yeah, it's a big difference because maybe America does too. But the point I'm making is that I just think it's not a big deal. They have a policy, so they said, I'm sorry, you have to take your flag down, or you have to hide your flag. They reached a compromise, and all is done.
Well, they reached a silly compromise, and I would say to them, you can allow one thing. It's a flag, and I don't think that opens the door to anything else.
Listen, I think they should be able to hang the flag up. I don't think there's anything wrong with hanging the flag up. Not at all. What I'm saying is that if the complex has a rule, when they moved in and they signed on their rent thing that you couldn't hang anything up, they moved in and signed on their rent thing. That's all.
I'm sure they read that carefully. I don't know. You're inflexible, and it will be hypocritical the next time you criticize that.
No, that's not. I'm not. I find those two things apples and oranges. I find people who abide in certain instances in offices
So that's not this instance, but certain other
but this is abiding by the letter of the law too.
The waitress is following the rules of the restaurant and saying if Brussels sprouts come with it, then Brussels sprouts come with it.
But that impinges on my sensibility when it's done to me, and I see it as the only motivating factor. Here, it's such a non-issue. I mean, it's I just think that it's a nothing story.
All right, I think it's a slightly bigger issue than the Brussels sprouts. But anyway, I think it's mainly what I think is that I don't care whether they hang the flag. I think Midwest Realty Management has made a error, which they will, by the way, end up removing the sheet and hanging the flag because now there's been a story.
Or they'll just
Right.
put one big flag up in the common area for everybody to see and to make that man proud.